We will fight for what's rightfully ours.
Recharge your monthly subscription today and unlock endless drama every single day. From heartbreaking betrayals to burning romance, the drama never stops. Experience Novella E now on Nyota Bouquet on Aerial and Nova Bouquet on Dish Decoder. Download the StarTimes On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. StarTimes, enjoy digital life.
Omera Okebe, Professor. As you know, I'm the benchmark of agriculture in East and Central Africa.
Nikusaidiaje?
Uko na dawa ya baridi?
Iko.
Mea.
Ami.
Na uko na dawa ya fungal? Meda.
Mwedia. Nipatie mistress. Hii baridi na waru.
My friend, why are you joking with agriculture? Iko wapi ya fungal? Na ya kupanya? Ya kuzuia? Okebe.
Professor.
Mistress ni dawa ya kipekee yenye uwezo wa kuzuia na kuponya magonjwa ya baridi kwenye nyanya na viazi. Mistress 72WP, pata mazao tele, a product of Osho Chemical Industries Limited.
Kenyisiek 12 tab kotoige kayaptaitab tetutikab bandab tai koityi biik eng counties anan devolution kotindoi amune nebo koboibochi logoekab devolution meng'ikab county nebo Nandi mising kokotinygei ak sekta nebo kabatisiet neboto baetab tuga, kolsetab kawek, kolsetab avocado, baetab ngokaik eng kwenutab kabatisiosiek alak. Barnabas Kemboi ak Jacob Busienei ko kabatikab kawek eng komasta nebo Kapsaos nemitei kot neng'ate ng'atutik nebo aldai chetindoi atindiot ne inegei tab kotoi kokol kawek.
Aje kabatikab kawek ak ketinye kora chaik, lakini ngele ngiyonye nguno chaik ak kawek komi barak kawat. Kikere kawat nguno kabisa kokonech mapato nekararan. Kikere nguno ngiib kawek chobo factory kong'akeng'oiwech komutai kialda kenyoru beit nekararan, ko kenyoru beit nemakorekune siling 100. Kiatkinye keng'alale siling 30 akoi 20 kimwendi lakwet sukul, lakini saa hizi kongeba kesom loan kekonech amu kikere income nyonet eng bank komi sawa. So kisome kityo kele ngotoreti serikali kokonech mbolea chemi beit nemi ng'ony. Mbolea komoche komi challenge amu kali mbolea chebo kawek kwa in 50 kilos kealdoi 5,000 ak 500 tomo kobo chebo serikali. So kesome kele kekonech chebo serikali chekimuchi keityi ako che quality. Ko in challenge nekitinye kora ko ngorobo nguni komasib kosaitos kawek yang factory kemoe ko ya masaiyo ko mutai ngelen keib olin komap koname komie. So kisome kele takonech tried nekimoe kawek yok sikochokyi nebo stimet anan nebo solait sikobit koribwech kawek koyamyo eng oret nekararan ak akobo market eng oret nekararan. Kwa mkulima nebo chaik akere komweso biik kap chaik kobo kapkawa amu kila betut kelipane chepkondok chechang ko kapkawa ko kap chaik komi ng'ony being'wa. So kikere kabisa yobo tai yobendi biik tugul kawek ak kebendi kebole chaik amu makekere toretet nendoi mising.
Ko kikonyo beitab kawek ko kararanit ne nguno ko ngot ngimeche ial mbaret eng Kapsaos komelen keng'olole beit nekinye kokoek kali kosir angot Nandi oldage amu sauritab kawek. Ko kora awekchini kongoi biikab Kapsaos kora amu kikomaintainen standard nebo kawek kong'ete up to now ne chitugul konyone komeche konyo Kapsaos nyokokere Kapsaos ipkotou factory nenyi kokakoro Kapsaos. Kameche kora awekchi kongoi excellent the governor nebo Nandi amu kiteswech factory, kitesyi Kapsaos factory agenge nemi ole kile Kaporokin. Keleni kongoi kora amu kikotes namda kimako inendet takimakotinye factorisiek nekisomok. Ketoret bichep Kapsaos ketekyi angot milit eng betusiek chebwone. Singokotar bulbing koma konde milit eng yotok koib siro. Koiseni yani ko reduceni transport nekait ngamwa kunoto ale transport. Amu ngomi milit yotok milit nekibendi komi Kiambu, Thika au Nairobi. Ni mbali sana transport ni kali. Uchumi nekikonyor biikab kawek kekere tinye korik biik chechang chebo batisiek. Keba namba aeng ko kikoba lagok sukul. Biik alak ko kitongobendi lagok university. Lakini inyoru nguno lagok kati ya location sub location ingine over 20 wamemaliza university kwa hii sub location nne tuko na sublocation nne. Kiona jumla kabisa watoto wenye wamemaliza university ni maneno ya nini hii kahawa hii ni karibu over 100. Kale cham kele iko family breakage kele bestos bi kwa kuna siku hizi kwa sababu mali iko kwa nyumba, iko mali ya kahawa. Labda mtu ako na watoto ambaye wana lagok yoe kasit komakomi kii nekelen shida missing ketoret kityo serikali imastanywa ketoretin bichuto bo kapsaos kityo ngalekab kawek.
Kamwa Anthony Langat ne agenge eng biik chetononchin factory nebo kawek nemitei Chebonet eng Tinderet nekitoi serikalitab county nebo Nandi eng kibagenge ak lengut nebo NAF CDP ne kamwa kole tesetai ak ng'oisetab kawek chebo kabatik kobun county nebo Nandi koboto kochengchi siret, ng'alek chekarob eut ofisayat netononchin lengunotok bo NAF CDP eng county nebo Nandi Jared Mutai.
What we do is we collect our coffee and mill the coffee for Nandi County, and the members have to deliver their coffee to Nandi Cooperative Union and can be milled for them and processed for marketing. The types of coffee that we have, or the grades that can come out after milling, we have about nine grades. So there are the premium grades and there are other grades that come later after the milling. So the best grade that a farmer can achieve is the AA grade and AB. Those are the premium grades, BB and C. So that the top premium grades that can a farmer can get from the processes.
Kitakinige mising ketoret wakulima ngalekab keteshi amu keteshi capacity nebo kengetin keteshi kamuget kochur kawekwak ak kenga siketeshi value amu project ne NAF CDP kotumjin mising ngalekab nekikure value addition and marketing, yani ketes tamani anan ketes beit nebo nenyoru mkulima eng mwisho yun kole ko eng nguno kewendi ketoreti ngalekab kewong ikakobekyi project noto kokotai kongakawe kenyini kotokomi kityo ngalekab weighbridge nekibimane lorit kawek ak ole kichamchame sikekasa nyinyetab kawek asikotoret kealde directly amu nguno ko sai kotokotoretech mili nabo Kipkelion. Ko nguno kongete kenyini kimongu kele kibendi kimondochinigei kawek chok achegei koba auction nemi Nairobi asikonyoru keljine tugul konyo wakulima chebo Nandi. Kitinye nguno karibu wakulima 13,000 ako tesetai mising kochangaitu ngop kemi kenyini amu kobeku kenyini ketinye nguno karibu 15,000 wakulima chekoba kawek kotokyigei mastab kawek ako tesetai mising kawek kekole amu kikotoret county government kora nebo Nandi wakulima konyor keswek chebunu ngalekab chekole cooperatives bunu keswek chebo varieties chekikole mising kure chebo hybrid chekikure Batian ak nekikure Ruiru 11 kobunu mastab Calro CRI Coffee Research Institute nemi olimbo Ruiru. Ko sai kotoreti county government wakulima kechop keswek chutok eng Kaimosi ATC ako kora kotoreti kora kikochin wakulima kora chebo cooperative kotutan kawek chutok. Nguno wakulima tugul chemache kawek kokol kenyoru chemache.
Eng komastanyi kolosisi nebo kabatisiet eng serikalitab county nebo Nandi Dr. Kiplimo Lagat kawek chekikole eng county nebo Nandi ak mwaet kole mitei barak kororonindab kawek chotok anan premium quality ole karirta ine chemung'arainikab kwen anan brokers chekokotestai kwale kabatik kawek eng kalyet nemi ng'ony ngaikiligei serikalitab county nebo Nandi kobun cooperatives chebo kawek kotoret kabatik chotok. Ng'alek chekarob eut Governor Stephen Sang.
Sisi tuko na our own union and as we are talking today we are the county with the leading cooperatives. We have 96 primary cooperatives registered. This year, we were the leading county in distribution of the coffee seedlings. We've distributed up to 700,000 seedlings this year. You have also heard that Nandi is leading in quality of coffee. Actually, this year, we had a percentage of 80% of our coffee produced was of premium grades. So our farmers are doing very well. We are also among the top 5 counties in productivity with an average of 5 kilograms per tree. But we are not yet there. We are now gearing up to have 10 kilograms per tree within the next 2 to 3 years, where farmers are hawking, or they are hawkers of cherries, which is equivalent to mangirito in tea. It is going to affect our prices of coffee if we don't really tame this trend. And how we want to request the ministry to partner with the counties is to create a revolving fund that is closer to the farmers. And we have the cooperatives and SACCOs. That way, farmers don't need to wait for the cooperative to disperse. They can go on their own. And even nowadays, the digital services on the phone, they can get an advance from the SACCO that is attached to the cooperative. They get advance. As we are talking now, we have some people actually who are hawking cherries here. And it's going to affect the quality of the lives of our people. Because that one is tantamount to, it will make us not to sell our coffee internationally as a county, as a country. We have requested that new KPCU could be upgraded to a federation. Then every county has a union. Like now we have Nandi Union with 96 cooperatives federated under it. If the new KPCU could focus now on promotion and branding of our coffee as single origin in the international market, then you support us at the county to strengthen the unions. It will be very clear for us to work closely. But as of now, unajua sasa tuna compete na new KPCU because we have our union here, they have the union at the national, leave for us the milling, leave for us these other levels. We support you to go to the international market. Go and sell our coffee on behalf of all of us.
This administration, in this time, we are more passionate about coffee. Ako amune siko gi passionate about coffee is that net tai tese time barani kyo kumbenge jitu. The viability ko timeje iko jito iwe kabatishet miwe kongomete nyeka ishek somok angwan kumamege ni in economic sense. Chai ngomete nyeka ishek oing ako somok kotoki angwan kumamege ni economic sense. Lakini coffee agot nusu wega kumake any sense. Coffee amu coffee kogerge akteta kingololjin ketit ngetit ngirib ketit. That is why ngele production kumagilin production per acre pandegelen production per acre chai gele production per acre unit nebo measurement mi wegelen tons per acre. Lakini coffee kemwa gele production per tree.
Coffee reforms paka tuweke kwa policy, tuweke kwa regulation, tuwe na proper legislation. Tuna bill mbili ambao zitasaidia sisi. Ya kwanza ni cooperative bill ambao iko kwa Senate. Senate ako hapa. Coffee bill ambao iko kwa bunge. Hizi mbili zikipita, hayo mambo yote mumeongea, mambo ya governance katika cooperatives, mambo ya reforms zote zitakuwa hapo ndani na zitasaidia wananchi. Serikali imesaidia kuleta cherry fund. Nyinyi mnasema hamna pesa. Cherry fund iko. Saa hii serikali imeweka bilioni 9 katika cherry fund. Saa hii bilioni 6 iko kwa account. Bwana Senator, hakuna wakulima wanakuja hii pesa. Ni kahawa ndio peke yake ambayo wewe ukipeleka kwa milling unapata shilingi 40.
These value chains were selected based on their economic potential, broad farmer participation, and capacity to attract private investment and off-takes partnerships.
Kotinygei ak sekta nebo kabatisyetab baetab kiagikab chego, kotetat konyor kabatik alyetab chego nemi barak kosubkei ak nekokotoi korat chego factory nebo chego nebo Kabiyet.
Kotoret biikab Nandi soiti eng beitab chego mising. Ako kiketoret kora biikab Nandi kora amu kikebwa kibagenge ko kikotoret kora kechengchi icheket semen sikoimproven the breeds chebo tuga. Nguno tuga chekitinye ko mako tuga chukiche. Ak abwoti ale makebendi let because of this project. Abwoti ale kibendi tai kityo. Makeweksei let betut age amu this project is now in operational. Cheko tutikin che kokealde komaite ng'wony. Ngeanam kole kobendi kochokto haraka. The taste is very nice. The quality is very good. Ko nguno ketinye chego chekere kele kororonen kabisa. Ak ketinye suppliers cheyomei kokone chego 200 liters per day kosaban this factory. Ak kesome kora kabatik chetomo kokas kole kikobois kii kokon chego. Matakwalda chego eng siling 15, siling 20, ngobwa chego ngopas chego cooperative society no mite karibu kwako sinye koib kobwa Kabiyet Dairy Cooperative Union ko kakimeche mkulima yeyote kelechi nengwong kii ako kitekwo government nebo Nandi County kotekwo kii komokany ko kikeboisie robisiek kwok chekikonok serikali kobwa nyeketekse tatyo komoboisie onyor faida omete ng'alekab cho kikoitoi chego koba olin.
Yetab ketou Nandi Dairy Cooperative Union kenyitab 2012 ko kikotoretech mising amu kikebwa kot kotoretech county nenyonet nebo Nandi komitei His Excellency Governor nenyonet Stephen Sang ko realize the vision nebo kebwa kibagenge kealde chego chebo Nandi kibagenge. Kingemitei kwaldo cooperative age tugul chekchik ko kimi ng'wony beit mising. Lakini rani ko kikotesak beit ngamitei kimnatet ko kakibwa kibagenge. Nebo aeng ko members chekitinye nguno ko kikokwal shares eng cooperative union nenyonet ako teketoche kelen obwa ojoinen Nandi Dairy Cooperative Union. Kikotoret kora kobwa angot biik che kwonyik che chego nguno kikikochi korok chego chebo saisiekab bet. Lakini agere nguno kora keempowani amu eng team nenyonet nebo kenyini kemwoe kelen inclusion to build a better economy in the world. So rani kemwoe kelen inclusion ini kaketesyi kora kwonyik sikobit ko participate in the dairy sector kotoretech mising ako kiboiboen kiking'ering'en women anan kwonyik chekikimite in the dairy sector. Lakini rani nguno kemite eng union ko kokotesak the number ak akere ko kararan. Kikotoretech muradi ini economically amu kikomuch konyor chi nya chepkondok. Mi chi nekicham komwae kolen pesa mfukoni ko kokerealize anyun eng Nandi amu chi nyorani ko kokojoinen akurane Nandi Dairy Cooperative Union a structured organization amu ingen ile ngobendi chekuk yekabwa Nandi Dairy Cooperative Union inyoru chepkondok ko kabek arawet.
Kimite rayu ko koketou keng'a chego chetai ko kokeng'a kokeib koba lab koketesteni kokoit report kimeche ketou as keng'oshe chego sikealde kimeche komanda chegab Nandi koba akoi kotkoit emotinwek cheterchin kotkoit counties alak chemi sang kemeche kesom kele kabatik ngotomo iamonchi ibai teta ko nafasi koni kimeche kikilok tugul kele bai tuga ako teta keboe makeribe amu makomi ng'useret makomitei roret ak araita nekicham keribe tuga kimeche kobai tuga kabatik asikosikyi keibu chego chenye keng'o eng yu chego chekimuche keproduce Nandi kila betut ko milionit 1 lakini ngisubi ko chego ko makiiti yotok amune makiiti yotok amu makiboe tuga tomo kenai kerib tuga komie kiatkinye kikimuche kiib kiyoki tuga kumakomi ole kiyoke teta so kimeche kesom kabatik kelechi ocheng ng'omnotet ocheng naet ole kiboitoi teta nguno eng kasarta nebo nguno ak kende kora teta nebo breed nebo nguno amu ole kibendi nguno eng tai yo ko chego kemeche quality mako chego kityo chekikee kityo chebo teta age tugul lazima icheng teta ne ine nekonin chego kora chemutai ko ngeib kobwa yu kokonech beit nemi barak kimuche keng'a chego chebo fresh king'oe yogurt king'oe mursik kimuche keng'a kora UHT chokilen extended shelf life so kikere kele kitindoi kelchin ko ki biikab Nandi kenamgei tugul Kesome kokwet age tugul neimuche kong'et koum chego. Otwekwech angot ndamami kulait, ngot kolo kulait keibwo kulait nyoum chekwok ak keibu koba factory yu. Ko mutai komonyoru kityo beit nekararan lakini onyoru kora bonus kokobe kenyit.
Keng'a chego ngalen kokeng'a chego ako mi shelf sahi chego ako akot nguno ngiwe supermarket age tugul eng Nandi inyoru ngiteb nyumnyum inyoru chechoto komitei supermarket ko competeni ak chego chun alak chun bunu emotinwek komoswek alak chebo Nandi chebo Kenya nyo. So kibwoti kele eng tai yo kotoketoreti kora through this project kemobilisen chechu kochang'a amu kitoreti cooperatives che primary cooperatives asikomuch koum chego ako nguno ko ketokchinigei kora focus nebo sahi ko ketiem kecheng chepkondok chetoune kotese mung'aret nebo chego amu nguno komoche kealchi chego wakulima ako ngap kelipani alik chechang kolipani baadaye mashu kolipani ko nguno ko nitoni torchingei county government kocheng chepkondok cheing'ete mung'aret chokilen kitoune mung'aret amu koboro factory. Kibwoti kele kit ne kanakutiet nemi tai yo ko tos yame chego chekenyoru ko siko nguno ko sikenyoru chego cheyame kemoche kikil mising wakulima kokol suswek che konu chego.
The formation of Nandi Dairy Cooperative Union, NDCU,
Atochin chitab Kalenjin ketaun tetutiet nebo Kass mashinani koketiet nebo Kass TV ne somanun logoichutok kwane Victor Korir. Kamanutiet neo ne kikonyor kipsomaninik che kisomane skulishek choto bo muswoknotet anan TVET ko nebo siretab boisiet kobun tetutik che isuldoen serkali en nguni cheboto teksosiekab korik anan housing projects koboto chebo teksosiek chebo ortinwek. Kaimongen tene korta nebo kabartaetab tuguk che somanjin kipsomaninik en sukulishekab muswoknotet netestai en taonitab Iten ole koyum sukulishekab muswoknotet kobun counties 8 chebo North Rift. Ngenyoru report noto bo Andrew Kimeto.
Eng kasarta netesetai serikali ak teksosiek eng sectors cheterter chebo serikali cheboto housing ak teksetab ortinwek ko kikotoret tetutik choto bo serikali barnotik chekinyorchigei somanetab muswoknotet kobun TVET konyor boisionik eng sectors choto. Kong'ololi eng igortab kabartaetab tuguk kobun sukulishekab muswoknotet anan TVET eng kebeberta nebo North Rift komwa Deputy Governor nebo County nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Professor Grace Chesere kole noto ko kayamiset nekikochi serikalit noto bo Kenya Kwanza barnotik choto isuldoe somananato bo muswoknotet eng sukulishek cheterter chebo TVET eng emet.
I want to say that as a government, through our president, we promise that after you finish your technical training, you will be absorbed. And you can already see even here in Iten, through our housing program, through the markets that we have here in Iten, even our training ground, Kamarinj, that is ongoing. The people working there are from technical and vocational colleges. These are the hands-on people, the masons, the electricians, the plumbers, and the whole general works.
Kotinygei ak kanetindet neo nebo sukulitab muswoknotet nebo The Kipsoi National Polytechnic Joseph Bitok komwa kole magat koisto barnotik kabwatutik chemwoe kole somananoto bo muswoknotet kobo kipsomaninik chemaai komie eng somanosiekkwai chebo high schools.
It is not necessary for one to go to university at the moment. Of course, we train our children so that they go to university, but now it's not a must that you have to go to university. TVET is meant for everyone, as long as you have gone to any level, whatever grade you have scored, you can still get a skill. Even in the university, they offer various skills. But TVET is where you will get all skills. So it's not a must that it is meant for those who have failed. No, that is not true. It's meant for everyone who want to acquire a skill so that they get employed or they employ themselves. More often than not, the target is so that they get to employ themselves. It's actually for job creation.
Kikomuktochi kora somanetab musoknotet barnotik konyor boisionik eng emotinwekab sang.
Our government is promoting Kass Maju. And these are the people, when they graduate from the technical trainings, they will be required by first world countries to also run factories and all other hands-on activities abroad. So I want to encourage them that they make sure that they perform very well and they learn their skill.
This is the direction to take at the moment. This is where youth can easily get a skill and become employable. We have a challenge of actually employment in our country, but the solution to the challenge of employment in our country is youth to get various skills. In TVET, we have various skills like plumbers, electricians, fashion design, hair tracing, a lot of them. And here, once youth get the skill, is when they can actually employ themselves. So it's a solution to a problem of employability in our country.
Kongete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kaketestai chitab kolenjin kakomwa MCA nebo wanditab Kamasian en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho Philip Rono kole kakotoige tetutik chebo taunetab siret nebo Kebeneti anan Kebeni en open market en Liloch. Ole ko oret noton nebo ikochi boroindo biikab emet ak chemung'arainik konyorunen kelchin yaetab mung'aret kama chemung'arainik ak meng'ik olewendi koibu walet neo ak konapta ichek yaetab sironotok bo kila kasitab somok. Report ko nebo Robert Siale.
Kaituyokei chemung'arainik ak biikab emet en siretab Kebeneti en Liloch en Kamasian en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho asikoyai tuyet notokingei maketab keyotyi siret en Kebeneti asikotoret icheket en yaetab mung'aret ole kamwa MCA nebo komasatan Philip Rono kole kakotoige tetutikab kisuldae noton.
Na tumekuja na tumejionea wananchi wamekuja kwa wingi kwamba wanataka wafunguliwe soko, wamedonate shamba ya kufanyia hiyo kazi. Pia wamedonate shamba ingine ile itafanyiwa mambo ya auction, soko ya kuuza na kununua ng'ombe, mbuzi na kadhalika. Iko sehemu hii ya chini. Sehemu hii itakuwa sehemu ya kuuza manguo, nyanya na ile vitu zote. Kwa hivyo sisi tumeconfirm kwamba kila Wednesday, si ndio? Si tumesema Wednesday? So kuanzia tarehe 27 ambaye ni Wednesday, tutakuja hapa na gavana wa jimbo hili la Kericho ili tuweze kufungua soko hii rasmi.
Kosubkei ak Rono koyetoigei boisionik en wikit nenyone en sironoton nebo Liloch, kikochin chemung'arainik kasartab arawek 3 asikeyach icheket aisurut ko oretab kikochi icheket konyor kamuget nebo yaetab mung'aret.
Na wanabiashara wale wote watakuja kuuza sehemu hii ya Kebeneti, sehemu hii ya Liloch, tutawapea miezi 3 kama county bila kuwakata mambo ya ushuru. Kwa hivyo watakuwa wanauza bure, hakuna serikali, hakuna afisa wa county atafika hapa kuwadai ile pesa ya ushuru. Sababu tunataka hii soko ikishashika chini sasa, ndio siku ile tutatuma maafisa wetu wakuje waokote ushuru ndio tuweze kujenga kaunti yetu, si ndio?
Kosubkei ak meng'ik ak chemung'arainikab Kebeneti kondochin Javeth Ruto ak Paulina Rotich koyai konet nelel en Kebeneti ole istechin icheket banda neloo en yaetab mung'aret akoib uchumi nenywanet ak uchumi nebo komasatan.
Siketuyen en nganasani bo Kebeneti kainet kekuron Javeth Ruto, meng'indetab Liloch location, Kamasian ward. Anoib nafas ne inegen sibit amwa ale kongoi en betutab raini nekaketuye en nganasani asibi en lumdaetab soko nekikobwat biik chechang ako kikobwat biikab koroni kole yamegei kelumde soko en koroni nebo tuga ak noton nebo ngoroik ak tuguk alak chemokotin en nganasani.
Amun kikeumianse chepyosok kabisa nan kebe ak sikirok kobete boisiek chekonobwech sikirok amun kakimete en gaa. So ngunon ko kakimwa kongoi en keret nekoibwat koroni ak kobwat ng'omutik kole nyolu keyat ndonyo en kebeneti. Ako kebeneti ni komi borotet tuguk chechang chekiibe ko chekokobor en komoswek alak cheyoche keboren ak echek.
Kamwa meng'ichoton kole makat en county koityi makutik tugul chebo tililindo en sironoton asikotestai boisionik en oret nekararan.
Tuko na nia nzuri ya kubadilisha uchumi wa sehemu hii. Hivyo chairman wangu amezungumza, tumekuja wengi kabisa kwa sababu ni ishara ya kuonyesha kwamba tumekubali soko na tutafanya biashara kwa njia inayostahiki, na tungependa kuomba county assembly tuweze kuomba county watusaidie tu na amenities kidogo ambayo tumesema ni moja wapo ni washrooms, tupate nafasi ya kujenga na vile vile tupate kupata shamba la kujenga soko hili tunapoendelea.
Aripot ni loikab emet chebo Kass kong'eten kebeneti nemiten en Liloch en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kakobarasta benkitab cooperative melekwek chekolany en kebeberta nebo 18.1 en bogol ako bilion 11.37 kotomo keisto aisurut en arawek somok chetai chebo kenyini anan quarter 1 nito ngekerchin ak bilion 9.63 chekinyoru en kasarta neunotok en kenyit nebo 2025. Kinyoru report nebo Bernard Tanui.
Kaibarasta benkitab Cooperative Bank melekwokik chik chekolany en kebeberta 18.1 en bogol akoi bilion 11.37 kotomo keisto aisurut en arawek somok chetai chebo kenyini anan quarter 1 ngekerchin ak bilion 9.63 chekinyor benkinotok en kasarta neunotok en kenyitab 2025. Iboru notok kole kolany melekwokik chekonyor benkinotok bo Cooperative kokakeisto aisurut en kebeberta 21.3 en bogol akoi bilion 8.41 kong'ete bilion 6.93 en kenyitab 2025. Nitok ko koitet nemite barak mising konyoru Cooperative Bank en arawek somok anan quarter 1 kong'ete ngotoi mung'arenyi. Kolany kora mogornotetab benkinotok en kebeberta 14.3 en bogol akoi bilion 884.6 kong'ete bilion 774.1 en arawek somok chetai chebo kenyitab 2025. Kong'ololi en kabarastaetab walutik chotok komwa CEO nebo benkinotok bo Cooperative Dr. Gideon Murioke kole kolany melekwokik chotok kosub ak kakwautik chekimen chekisuldae benkinotok chekotoret en kanaptaetab mung'aret mising ko tetutietab Good to Strategy ak Soaring Eagle Transformation Agenda. Ole kamwa kole tesetai kosuldae kakwautik alak benkinotok asikoyai komie eng mung'aret eng kenyit nebo 2026.
Kewekte taonitab Kericho ole kakomong'e temik chebo kawek kobun kamasian en Kipkelion West en county noton bo Kericho akoesio yautik alak tugul chebo chemung'araindet agenge nemwaat kele moche kochutyi sekta nebo kawek en county notok en mwaat kole weche notok mung'arenywan. Kondochin MC nebo komosoto Philip Rono komwa ichek kole kayai tuyet nebo keretab biikab emet anan public participation ako notok komoche kokochi boroindo biikab emet kokon kerenywan kotinygei ak notok. Report ko nebo Robert Siele.
Kong'ololen tuyetab temikab kawek nekake en kanisetab PMCA nebo Kamasian en waditab Kamasian en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho, komwa MCA nebo komosaton majority leader en county assembly nebo Kericho Philip Rono kole kakotil temik kole moyoni maketab chemung'araindet agenge nemoche koyat komoswek kiolen kawek en komosaton.
Nale metinye nafas kakeng'alal ak wananchi makiyote kit nekikuren buying centers. Changianye ibote GPS ak iburi uone ng'oloti wananchi wamegundua kwamba wewe ni mkora. Usijaribu kukanyaga sehemu hii ni kama unafungua buying centers. Coffee Act of 2026 imekataza mambo ya kufungua buying centers ya mambo ya kahawa. Ya mwisho, saa hii nimetunga sheria kali sana inaitwa Cherry Movement Bill. Hakuna tena mami yetake loito kawek kong'eten eriait agenge koba olda age kometindoi permit.
kosubkei ak MCA kobo kamanut komiten biikab emet en societies noton mayani yautik alak tugul chetokyingei kong'em noton komakisub arorutik ng'atutik chetelelchin kawek.
Mi tuguk chemakiyoni ko ki kandoikab komasi. Akot ndaboisien brokaek kiwango gani. Kwakase kele kokakiyok rabinik kewechawech tuyoni. Amache awekyi kongoi wananchi angap katestai tuyet komie nekandan kotembeani tongilo koboisien biik alak kele kokatestai tuyet akobek koit mwisho so amache ale akobur en cooperative society matot aeku kandoindet no makwo kit neya amache ale kityo kamuktaindet koberurok kochop kawechok mi mbar koruryo ketestai koet cooperative societies chechok akebe tai kokiwoditab Kamasha.
En kasaratan komwa temikab kawek kobun Kamasian kondochin Hilary Yekon ak Grace Chebochok kole mayani yautik alak tugul chetokyingei kowech boisionikwak chetiengei.
En ng'alekab kawek mami ng'alekab hawking. Katanyone anyo kotuyo ak temik ak kekora kunito ng'alechuto bo public participation koboto kandoikyok koboto cooperatives tugul ak kekoshine kele bas mabakoini chito investor nekakomach kawek en beit nemaya. Ko kakitiar kikoin ko amune sikwendot chichi kosungukoni komosta age kulenen siling 200, komosta age kulenen 120, komosta age kulenen 80. Aya, ako nyokwolote komong'irto, nyokwolote en sendaisiek.
Kolyan echek sikakemach kibutyen ak keibote kawekyok kou mitumba. Kwaker ane komanyolu kabisa na tunakataa hata kama society yetu ya South FCS tunakataa na tunailaani kabisa na kabisa. Tunataka kahawa hapa Kamashan ifume kweli kweli mpaka dakika ya mwisho.
Makora akwale kiti alak tugul on mange kola chonje makichamda kengetu nang na chepyosok en gaa makitindoi chekiriben lagok ako lagok konyokoribete kole mama koni kilamit konu ne kibokenyor boyot kole bisu en komit ako kokwayun koib rabisiek ak kole mi kawek imbar kongone kakemwa kongoi amu kakepitisha raini kele manyone maindiondona mae konyo.
Kamwa Franklin Mutai kole makat kechikil ak kenai chi age tugul netieme kochutyi sekta nebo kawek asimawech societies ak en let konyalil temik.
Nye kekichungusan chichi ak kenai kele ne netelelen. Makikoitoi kawekyok komakingen chichi kele telelen security nebo rabinikyok chebo kawek kone. So ako kora cooperative societies chuchoket kokotoretech en ng'alekab sukul, toretech en ng'alekab mionwogik ak any other emergencies chebitu taa kityo koi chito ne member ne supplyini kawek. So kimoche kabisa kemwa kele kisupporteni our cooperative societies, kimoche kotestai kobur, kimoche kotestai koechekitun asikotestai koribwech bikyok.
Aripotunjin logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Ak chitab kalenjin kewirchini kona ng'alek chetinyegei ak labatet ole kokimuch keboiboichi en tarikit 7 nebo arawani mut betut noto bo Kids Athletics Day en ng'wony komugul. Nito ko tetutiet netokyingei koboisien kibagenge nebo World Athletics koker kole kaisimchi lagok chemengechen kochutyi labatet ak atebosiek cheterter chetoreti icheket kosob sobet nekararan mising ko kobun tetutik chebo labatet en emetab Kenya. Koboisien akine boroinoto kibagenge nebo Athletics Kenya kokimit labatet en kwenutab lagok chemengechen. Betut nebo amut komiten kibagenge noto county nebo Baringo en ng'alek kora chetinyegei ak cheng'etab talenta ak ribet nebo talenta ak cherset en lagok chemengechen kochutyi labatet. Ak en nguni ketokchinigei ofisisiek cheechen chotok chebo kibagenge nebo Athletics Kenya kenyoru ng'alalet neng'ololi icheket ak sirikab logoiwek.
The trial is going to take place on the 21st until 23rd. However, the first day, of course, is as usual. We have to have collection of big numbers and preparation now for the 2 days competition. You know, because of the past issues that have arisen before, we are not just having an open championship where anybody can come and compete. We already have identified athletes that will be competing, and we are going to invite them. And the selection, of course, you will see is from the National Championship for Primary and Secondary Schools that was done a month ago, I think in Kisumu. We use that as a basis to select the team that will be competing. We have so many other issues that we have to adhere to because of the problems that have been faced by at least Kenya and also as a country in terms of doping. So we have been given other strict regulations that we have to observe. And in fact, for your information, the names that we are going to release today have already been passed on to ADAC and also AIU to FET to make sure that whoever we are going to place and to compete is within the regulations that are governing the Rule 15. That is now, the athletes should be tested also as under 20. And then, of course, to meet other criteria that will be or have already been set for us as a country. So we are not free to do as we wish like before, where we can, everybody can come and run to try. But we have, before sending anybody to compete, we must also check to make sure that they are within those limits. Lately, we have had also problems with age manipulation, and we have still been under that scrutiny. We are still doing investigation concerning some of the athletes who might have cheated their age. That investigation is still going on. We are also doing the reports to the World Athletics. And that is the reason why we have to make sure that everybody is vetted. Currently, it's not only the birth certificate or the passport which is required. There are so many other instructions that we are going to get from World Athletics. When we select the team, we'll provide the names of those who have been selected, and then they will also make sure that they vet. They are not going to rely on what we are giving them. They will also make sure that they scrutinize every individual to ensure that they are within the age bracket that is required. So it's not only Athletics Kenya, but it's World Athletics, that is AIU, to inspect the list that we are going to give them, and that's why we started this early in case of any issue, and then we can sort it out. We will give you also the conditions for invitation, the AIU ADAC integrity rules and regulations, the Eugene Oregon World Athletics Under 20 Championship entry standards, Kenya schools, secondary schools, national competition top list performance. That's what I said before. We have to get now those who have done very well, and we brought the names that can also be scrutinized by anybody. Want to check the performance of those athletes who ran during the national championship. They'll see that the criteria that we use to bring them for competition. And of course, not all of them could have gone for the secondary school championship because some might have left school and still within their age brackets. Therefore, any top performer, any athlete who is under 20 within that that criteria will be invited also to come and compete and fight for the positions. All the time, Kenyans, when you select somebody, they want to know the method of selection. They want to know in advance how we are going to do it, so that anyone who is going to run must have known the conditions pertaining to that championship. These strictures or the rules that have been given is because of the fact that we are having issues with age manipulation, we're having issues with anti-doping. So those rules have been given to us to follow. It is not a creation of Athletics Kenya, but a requirement by World Athletics that we have to follow. If we don't follow, then definitely, of course, they will actually be given a restriction or removed. I remember when we went to Peru, the last competition, we gave out the names of the athletes that were going to compete, and then they identified quite a number of them, questioning their age manipulation, their ages, and unfortunately some of them were dropped because there was questions arising from that. Therefore, it is better for us to make sure that we do it in advance, and then in case there is any issue from them, definitely we are able to, we'll be able to make sure that adjustment can be done. As I said before, we need to come out clearly with the selection criteria. And we want Kenyans to understand that the selection criteria is for the purposes of ensuring that we have a clean athletes. You see another country last year when we went for this year when we went for World Cross Country, because of what I'm discussing or talking about it now, they had only, in some sections of the race, they had only one athlete. Why? Because of what I'm talking about. So we don't want to make such mistakes again, and then we are reduced to even not having an athlete in some of the events. So we want to make sure that we follow that. And that's why we have to tell the Kenyans that this is not the restriction from Athletes Kenya, but these restrictions is being given to us by World Athletics to make sure that we follow and ensure that we have a strong and clean team. Therefore, there is selection criteria that we will be giving, and then of course we'll pass on to the public, is that all invited athletes must participate to be selected. Everybody has to be there. You have to be selected. All athletes will be required to make a commitment upon selection. That is the standard rule. Athletes invited for trials are required to come with their travel documents, passport, and birth certificate. As I said before, we have to tell the Kenyans, they are not going to rely on birth certificate or the passport. So it is not automatic that when you have a passport or a birth certificate is going to allow you to compete. If there is any issue or a question mark in your documents, definitely World Athletics or AIU is going to follow up, even to use, and we have those methods are going to use. They'll have to go even to ask when you are born, the entry when you end at the school, the year you left the school, and then of course if you have this cards for maternity, I think Elizabeth knows those ones, a clinic card. They'll have to follow, and that's what we have been providing with them. It's not something that I'm creating a story here. Behind the scenes, what we are doing now is what we are providing those information to them so that they can clear some of the top athletes that we have in this country, that we have to provide those ones to ensure that, yes, this is the right age. There are some that has already been removed because of that. Their medals has been removed because they confirmed that their age. There are cases which are still outstanding, and that's what we don't want to do. We want to make sure that we have a very strong team going to Oregon. All selected athletes will be accommodated after the trials for purpose of documentation. After. Any athlete that has already been selected will be accommodated so that their documentation and information will be gathered and be also given to Athletes Kenya. All athletes participating during the trials should personally collect their own PIP numbers. As I said before, we have 3 days. The first day is to collect your PIP number. The athletes cannot send, the parents cannot send their coaches or their teachers to pick the PIP numbers for them. If you do that, unfortunately, you will be left out. You will not be allowed to compete because these are strict rules that we have to follow. And we are going to stick to that ourselves to make sure that we have a clean sport. We have also the athletes who are going to run. We don't have to have questions later on. The first athlete across the line. The first athlete to cross the line will automatically be selected provided he or she has qualified as by the World Athletics under 20 standards. Remember, normally we say the first 2 in senior categories, the first 2 to cross the line. Now, because only 2 athletes are picked for the championship, 1 and 2, we are going now automatically to select 1. Then the other one is based on the decisions by the selected panel. That we'll have to look into at everything. And everything that we talk about will be done transparently. If there is any issue where number 2 is not considered, then it will be justified as to why position 2 is not. It's not just automatic that will be left out, but it has to be justified as to why that person is left out, or justify why the person who is not number 2 is considered. Those ones are the issues that will be explained to everybody to understand if we have to have a very strong team that will be going to Eugene. Athletes who want to double will be allowed, but it has to be discussed by the committee to ensure that when they are selected, it is within the capacity for them to do well. Because sometimes if the events run very closely, and then it might not be the best. But that decision will be made by the committee plus the national coaches. The selection of the second athlete, where necessary, remember, where necessary, in the events mentioned in the above, that is the events that we'll be giving you, is subject to the decision of the selection panel. If you have to be picked, if it is necessary, that should be extreme circumstances, then definitely the panel will have to give the reason as to why, as I stated before. athletes to compete must have been born between the 1st January 2007 to the 1st December 2010. The athletes who will be allowed to compete should have been born 1st January 2007 and 31st December 2010. Outside that, then you know you don't qualify to be there. So these are the rules that are going to be followed. In every activities, we have panel of selectors, strictly who will be working to look into what is going on. And of course, those who will be involved in selecting, we have to release the names early so that people can understand who actually is going to be there. So we'll have myself, who will be the chair. Keitany Elizabeth will be part of selectors. Joseph Ilovi, the secretary of the youth committee. Ngisire is the national coach who is going to be there. Kenneth Taunui, competition director. And Erastus Kabuki, who is a specialist in field events. Those are the people who will be working. And of course, Dominic Ondiegi will be there as a documentation. So those are the people who will be looking at that. And in case there is any issue or any doubt, we are always ready to look into also those, so that we have fairness in what we are doing. Because this event is very important for us, very important for the country, because the athletes that we get will always transition from youth to the seniors. And we want to have continuity. We have to have athletes doing very well. We have had a lot of camps in the country. You have seen their performance. You have seen also, the kids athletics, the programs that we have been doing is integrated. Some of the media here also, when we visited some camps, they showed the difficulties that our athletes are going. They went even out to look for shoes for them, to help them. So this is something that belongs to all of us, to support our teams, to support our athletes. And Kenyans, I urge the Kenyans to come on board and ensure that we give them the maximum support for these young athletes to do well for this country. You have seen also the great performance of Sebastian Sowe. We have both the others who have done extremely well in the last events. That is something that Kenyans should be proud of. And it is not only that the athletes are doing well. It is because of the consistent support that they receive from their communities, they receive from the coaches, and from the sponsors who have always been there to give them the support. So the Kenyan people should come out clearly and support the athletes from what they have been doing for the benefit of this country. So this is how we are going to do it. And we'll be releasing also the entry standards that we'll have to make sure that our athletes will understand. We'll release this information so that those who might not have seen, they can actually see what is required. In the past, at least Kenya has done very well in organizing these events. We have seen the performance of the youth team, the under 20. For several years, we have never gone below 6. We have either been number 1, number 2, number 3, hovering around there. So we want to do even better to come up. But we must understand one thing, that things have completely changed in the world. Competitions are extremely tight. Every country is having a very strong team. You saw during the relays. So we have to change how we do things, scientific methods of training, support that they need from Athletes Kenya, from the public, from the government, so that when we talk about performance, we know that we have given our athletes the best so that they can do well. Provision of training equipment, infrastructure development, and that is exactly what we need to do. To be a sports nation, we require infrastructure, we require support from everybody, every Kenyan, so that when our athletes go there, they know they have the backing of their people, and ensuring that when they do well, everybody is happy and proud of what they have done. And that is how we can build sports and as an industry in Kenya. So that is what we wanted to tell you. And we asked the members of the media, you have been the key intermediaries between the administrators and the athletes and the Kenyan people, passing correct information whenever there is a problem. The people should know. So we value the support you have given the sports industry, and that is relationship we urge to continue, knowing that every support that you give will always be the benefit of our athletes and country at large. Any question?
So I wanted to ask, in the case of an athlete has already applied for the passport and you have said that they will be evaluated directly after the trials, what happens if the passport is not yet on?
That is why we say let the athletes come, they run with whatever they have. If they don't have a passport and they have birth certificate, they have to add even other documents to show that's their date of birth. But then we have to know exactly if they are in school, when did they enter the school. We need all those information so that if they don't have a passport, then we justify getting another passport knowing that whatever you get is the correct age. But I want to assure you that strict measures will be taken to investigate exactly the age. So nobody should try to cheat in any way because we have methods now to determine. We have registrar of births and deaths. We have contacts with them. We work with the migration. If you go to River Road, I can assure you that you will be caught. Don't even try that. If you go tomorrow and get a birth certificate, we know we'll have to determine why you did that, and we have to get information from the school also. To get the information from the school as to why you don't have the document to show the entry. When did you go to school? So anybody who tries to cheat, please don't try that because we have methods now to determine. And finally, the application of visas. We had a meeting with the U.S. Embassy officials last week here in this boardroom, discussing how we can apply the visa for this team. It is very strict. I know if we apply as a team, then I'm sure they will give us for the dates of September, October. But now from there we start petitioning to see whether they can go early. And you know, American embassy is different. There's nothing you can do if they give you that. The only way you can do is follow through the procedures they have. So they told us, even if you have a team and you are going to US World Championship and the system does not allow you, there's no other way other than to follow the same one, petitioning. You have to petition to see whether they can give you earlier date so that the athletes can be interviewed for visa. So it's not easy. I think those who followed for the World Cross Country, we had really tough time, but eventually all of them got the visa at the last minute. We don't want to go that direction. We want to start now. Immediately we have the names, we present it and apply. Then they give us the date. If they don't give us the date before August, then we'll have now to ask expedited dates. So we fill through the system and we ask them to see if they can do an expedited date so that they can go early. Which if we do as a team, they told us as a group application, it is going to help us. Any other question? Yes.
So in total, how many athletes are we invited? You are going to select a team of how many for the US?
We have the list already, which I'll pass on. Yeah, it's about 200 athletes who have been invited. They are here. We'll give it to you. There are about more than 200 athletes who are here. These athletes, as I told you, were selected. But sometimes also, it can happen that one of them who is good could have escaped this selection. So we are asking them, those who have met the standards, they know us, we release this standard, and they feel that they are going to make a chance to get to be selected. We are inviting them not to apply, to send their names through Athletes Kenya website or the email that they know here in Nairobi and also in Eldoret, so that those names we can input them in the system. Those names also, before it is mixed with the other ones, we have to send those names also to AIU, ADAC, to verify, to see these are okay. There's nobody who has done anything wrong, so that they can approve. And then for your information, is every athlete must have a registration number. All these that we have here with their registration numbers. If they don't, then the day of picking the numbers, then they'll be registered and given the AK number, and eventually when they run and show their performance, then they can be put with World Athletics ID number. So they should have the ID numbers. Those who don't have, we'll give them the ID numbers before the competition. Yes?
How many do you intend to select?
We are provided they qualify and they have done well, we are selecting 2 by each event. 2 by each event.
So projection of the team?
The projection of the team is normally 36. Yes.
Do we have maybe qualifiers in field events and the sprints?
We have some who are qualified in sprints, but we have the results here. But then, of course, that day, they'll have a chance now to qualify. The times are not too difficult. There are those who have already made it, and I am sure that those who are going to run will have made it, especially the field events and the sprints. The others, they have already met the standards. Most of them who have already invited have met their qualification standards. But in case anybody who has done well in this country and feels that they should be here, they are free to send their names for vetting, and then we will include them.
So, and has World Athletics finally released the name of those who are found guilty of cheating their medal suits?
Yes, you see, no, let me answer him. And he has asked me the same question a long time ago. I have told you we have it, and I told you the reasons why we cannot release it to you. You are aware of that. Because some of them are underage, and unless they release themselves, we can't release for the reasons of ages. But we have those who have been removed. We have everything with us. But sometimes because of the standards that they observe, World Athletics, we want them to release if they want to release. But us, we are limited, or we are constrained to release those names. But they are informed, they are aware, and the information that we have also about those athletes who have manipulated their ages, and the investigation is still going on. Yes, it is still going on. The investigation is going on. They have been informed. The coaches or the parents are aware, and that is why we also sometimes, when they are young people, you don't want to subject them to a situation where sometimes maybe it was not even their mistake, because we found out that the people who are really misleading them are others, not themselves, because you cannot expect a 16-year-old to go and change the birth certificate. So we assume that this is because of the undue influence from different people, and therefore subjecting them to such media again might not be fair to them, because they were not aware, they are not dopers, but have been cheated by very senior people, and that's why investigation also on those who are purported to have been involved is being done by World Athletics, and they'll also be penalized.
So if we don't have a qualifier, let's say we are going to allocate the slot to other events?
No, if you see, the maximum that you can have are 2. So if you are every event as qualified 2, we take 2. So you don't even allocate to anybody, because it's automatically. So those 2 athletes who will be picked will have qualified. So if javelin has only 1, you cannot allocate to someone else, because automatically they are already in.
How do you intend to handle the issue of complacency? Because you see, there's some unions who tend not to say, so and this needs to be a long period before the championship. So how do you intend to go about preparing them and making them still keep on course before the championship?
No, we have a method of doing that. One, those who are going to school, we don't want to interrupt them with their studies. We want to make sure that we limit them being out of school for so long time. But we have enough coaches that can manage them. So they have their own system, and we have done that before, so that the athletes can benefit from their education, can benefit also from the training. So we have enough teams that will make sure that they are trained. And remember that Athletics Kenya has always trained coaches who are teachers. So most of them are also with their teachers. So you realize that these kids who are running so well are being trained by their own teachers. And it's very easy for us now to follow up wherever they will be. And that one I can assure you that it will not affect their performance, because we will make sure that they train hard and continue also with their education. At some point now, when we reach maybe some months to go, then we see now how we are going to put them in the camp, because we cannot remove the kids from school to stay in the camp for so long and then lose again in class. So they have to do well wherever they will be, and then we bring them at one point to train with them for a short while. And then I think we can have Elizabeth to say something also about the women coaches. I think she knows better. Elizabeth. Okay, you can come and sit here so that you can say something too.
I can move here.
Yes, you have something about the coaches, women coaches, and we have men and women.
Thank you. As a federation, we have trained for the 3 women coaches to look into issues of our girls in schools and also in our training camps. As a federation, we saw that it is better to have also ladies who are taking care of our lady athletes. So we thank our federation for considering women to be coaches in the country. And also as a safeguarding officer, it is very important to see that our athletes are being safeguarded from harassment, exploitation, and also to train them how to take care of their finances. So that's what we have done as a federation, and we thank our president for accepting women to be part of coaches in this country. Thank you.
Any other question for Elizabeth?
Thank you.
Fine.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So one information is that let us drum up this, maybe of the calf, drum up this event. We want to have as many people as possible to come and watch these kids running. It is important that we also fill the stadium, and ni sisi wote tunaenda kuongelesha hao watu wakuje waone vijana yao. They should come from wherever they will be, so that we don't have to have us alone as officials and the young artists by themselves. So let us fill that stadium, let us share our kids, let us make sure that they are really into athletics. You have seen, we went around the country with the kids. The interest in athletics now is amazing because of those, because of the camps that we have had. I have this.
Almost being beaten by rugby.
Who?
Rugby, serious programs.
But you see, let me ask a question of the gap. You see, who started it? You are the one who took the shoes to Kijiwetanga, isn't it? You are the one who took the shoes to another one in Pokot. Because of what we started, and you saw. Kijiwetanga, yes, in Ghost. Because of what you saw. And I want to tell you, when I went to Nok, now everybody is copying what Athletics Kenya has been doing. And it's true, rugby is just coming in, they are talking about youth programs. Youth programs as a result of what Ege has done. As you said, if we slacken a little bit, everyone will overcome us. So we need to move very fast, and you saw the outcome of the kids' athletics that was happening in Kituro, it was happening in Machagos, it was happening in Mumias, all over the country. So there's an awakening of sports in the country, and we have to leave at that so that other federations can come on board. We want to see them building also into these activities that we are doing, and I'm sure that every Kenyan will have a chance, especially the young people, to get their skills, the talent that they have, so that they can use it to better their lives. I think that is the last thing we had. And we thank you. Let us do what we are supposed to do as Kenyans and ensure that we we support these programs. This kids program is amazing. The youth of this country, as Kano always says, the youth of this country belongs to all of us. It's not for Athletics Kenya. Thank you.
Noto ko ng'alaletab Barnabas Korir, inendet ko netelelchin ribet nebo talentaisiek chebo neranik en kibagengeit nebo Athletics Kenya, ole ng'ololi akobo Kids Athletics Day, World Kids Athletics Days, nekamwa kole bo komonut missing neranik chebo emoni en bandab tai nebo labatet en kenyisiek chemiten tai. Akeistoenge labatet ketokyinigei ketetab karisiek kole kakonyor toretet ureriet nebo motorsport nebo kenyini kobun kampunisiek cheterter. Kanyor toretet urerionoto yan konyor ichek rabinik kobun anan konyor rabinik ketindetab karit noto naat ko Aman Ganatra kobun JCB GPE, Royal Enfield Kenya ak kampunit kobun China noto ko kampunit naat ko COV.
My name is Aman Ganatra, 17 years old. I'm racing in the Autocross and Autocross Plus Championship. Since I was young, I always used to watch my dad race. He used to race in the Rally Race Championship. And I actually got started in small go-karts when I was like 5. And since then, I've been booked in the mints. Yeah, so last year was one of my best seasons so far. I won in the 4-wheel drive turbo championship, Autocross. But before that, I've been to Spain and London a few times for the Swift Autocross Championship and Cross Car Championship. My best finish in the Swift Rallycross Championship was third, and I've only been to Spain once for the Cross Car Championship. That was really enjoyable. Managed to get trained by Thierry Neuville, and yeah, it was a good experience. Yeah, so this season I've decided to also compete in Autocross Plus. Last year we were focused on motocross. But yeah, following our results of last season, we're looking very confident coming into this season, and hopefully we'll come out at the best. A big thanks to Ganatra JCB, Royal Enfield, Cove, and Rodrich. They're my 4 main sponsors this season, and without them, none of this would be possible, so a big thanks to them. Hopefully compete in the WRC, come back to the good results, but this season we're looking to defend our title. My parents, they're the biggest supporters. They always come out. My dad actually races, so without him, none of this would be possible. For all the youth watching and who support me and who race against me, the future is looking good. We should be competing at a higher level now. All of us should come out, support each other, practice, get better to put each other to new limits. For my sponsors this season are Royal Enfield, Cove, JCB Ganatra, and Godrich. This season, we're looking to defend the title, get the brand out there, and hopefully come up with good results every time we go out. And yeah, we look forward to the season. Thank you so much. So the WRC is one of the toughest rallies in the whole world, and competing in that is a big achievement. Making it to the start line is also a big achievement. Forget about finishing or even winning. Doing that is very hard. So yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully competing in WRC, and yeah, we're trying to get the best results.
Good morning. I'm Suhail Yaqub. I'm the head of sales for Ganatra. We're so glad to be sponsors as Ganatra Plant and Equipment, 40 years, all decades. And for us, we believe in changes. We believe in good changes. We believe in support. And now that we have the motor supporting the motorsports, we're very happy to support Aman. He's an inspiration to us all, and we know it's not a mistake to back him up. We're backing him up 100%. And we want this season to be so successful. And just like our machines, JCB machines, we are reliable, we perform, we're stable, and that is what we want. And we're sure Aman will give us that. And he's done that, he's proved it at such an early age. Is actually an inspiration to so many Kenyans, especially the young ones out there. We really look forward for this season, and I think it's exciting with the way it started. I know there's rain, but we hope weather changes. They'll change a lot of things. So what I say, everybody, and go out there, be safe, and enjoy yourselves.
Chitab kalenjin kibendi kenyoru kamung'et en tetutiet nebo Kass mashinani matilo tibune kiwege kenyoru logoiwekab emet en koindo.
Eng ui tugul ole imite, atochin missing eng tetutietab kasari. Nekibun kabaibaitetabgei kobun tienwogik cheterter cheu bongo. Afrobeat. Amapiano. Ak alak chechang missing. Keri ile kotuye ak anendet Cheroti Toti kila Jumamos kong'etie sait 4 nebo karon.
This May, enjoy more drama on Star Times. Unrivaled stories.
Tanggol, you will leave as a Dimagba, but return as a Montenegro.
Characters you can't forget. More love, more secrets, more twists that leave you breathless.
You're a true monster, Benito. We will fight for what's rightfully ours.
Recharge your monthly subscription today and unlock endless drama every single day. From heartbreaking betrayals to burning romance, the drama never stops. Experience Novella E now on Nyota Bouquet on Aerial and Nova Bouquet on Dish Decoder. Download the Star Times On app to enjoy all your favorite shows and stream live channels on the move. Star Times, enjoy digital life.
Kimitei agobo inye ago kimita siginetkei kibaibaitkei ak inoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en namba 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet nai.
Longetab kabatik ko tetutiet netokchinigei konet ak konoisechi kabatik akobo boisionikab kabatisiet.
Kianam avocado ak ketik oeng chekikuren pwete.
Eng yu ko kinetigei akobo ortinwek chebo kasari chebo kabatisiet ak kit nenyolu koyai kabatindet asikonyor melekto neo.
One of the key aspects of doing anything when it comes to growing food is how healthy are our soils.
Kobun tetutienoto bo community of practice kotestai bengenata kosuldae kanetet koityi stakeholders tugul chebo kabatisiet eng counties chebo West Pokot, Trans Nzoia County, Uasin Gishu County ak Elgeyo Marakwet County akobo kamanutienoto bo ripsetab ng'ung'unyek eng program nenaat ko Economics of Ecosystems and Biodiversity.
Ngetuiye kila kwang'wan kasi eng tetutietab longetab kabatik kong'ete sait agenge ak kebeberyat nebo koskoling eng Kass TV asikinetkei chechang. Aibun ane Bernard Tanoe.
Over 1900 games brought us here, but history doesn't care about the journey.
The Premier League is the best league in the world.
La Liga is far and beyond the biggest winner.
It only remembers how it ends.
You bought it.
8 titles. 1 month of mayhem to decide them all. Stay connected and watch GoTV to catch the football season finale this May. It's on.
Lene ureriosek. Ketuitosi eng tetutiet nebo Lene ureriosek. Elekitokyinige ng'wondet nebo ureriosek.
Course haikuwa mzuri sana, ilikuwa mbaya.
Kong'eten chopchinetab kei nebo rwoik chebo emetab Kenya kochopchingei labatosiek cheterter ak urerenik chebo emet nebo Kenya. Koboto kora ng'alalutik chebo ng'amotik chebo ureriosiek eng emoni.
So ameche alechi vijana tugul kaikai ongeboisie talenta chekikonech sikobit keboisien oret nekararan.
Kila betut nebo Jumatatu ak betut nebo komut kasi.
Atochin missing chitab Kalenjin en logoiwekab emet cheitun en koindo kobun ketesiet nebo Kass TV. Kanyun ko Victor Korir. Kitaunen logoiwek chetinyegei ak somanet nebo muswoknotet ole komonutiet neo nekonyor kipsomaninik chotok kisoman sukulishek chebo muswoknotet anan TVETs kobo siretab boisiet kobun tetutik chesuldoi serikalit neo cheboto nebo affordable housing koboto teksosiekab ortinwek en kebeberwek cheterter chebo emoni. Kaimong'en en igorta nebo kabartaetab tuguk cheterter chekisomonjin kipsomaninik en sukulishekab muswoknotet. Kabartaenoto testai en taunetab Iten en county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet koyum noto sukulishek 8 anan sukulishek chebo muswoknotet chebunu county 8 chebo North Rift. Kenyoru report nebo Andrew Kimeto.
Eng kasarta netesetai serikali ak teksosiek eng sekta cheterter chebo serikali cheboto housing ak teksetab ortinwek kokikotoret tetutik choto bo serikali barnotik chekonyorchigei somanetab muswoknotet kobun TVET konyor boisionik eng sekta choto. Kong'ololi eng igortab kabartaetab tuguk kobun sukulishekab muswoknotet anan TVET eng kebeberta nebo North Rift komwa Deputy Governor nebo county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet Professor Grace Chesere kole noto ko kayamiset nekikochi serikalit noto bo Kenya Kwanza barnotik choto isuldoe somananato bo muswoknotet eng sukulishek cheterter chebo TVET eng emet.
I want to say that as a government, through our president, we promise that after you finish your technical training, you will be absorbed. And you can already see even here in Iten, through our housing program, through the markets that we have here in Iten, even our training ground, Kamarinj, that is ongoing. The people working there are from technical and vocational colleges. These are the hands-on people, the masons, the electricians, the plumbers, and the whole general works.
Kotinygei ak kanetindet neo nebo sukulitab muswoknotet nebo The Kipsoi National Polytechnic Joseph Bitok komwa kole magat koisto barnotik kabwatutik chemwoe kole somananoto bo muswoknotet kobo kipsomaninik chemayai komie eng somanosiek kwai chebo high schools.
It is not necessary for one to go to university at the moment. Of course, we train our children so that they go to university, but now it's not a must that you have to go to university. TVET is meant for everyone, as long as you have gone to any level, whatever grade you have scored, you can still get a skill. Even in the university, they offer various skills, but TVET is where you will get all skills. So it's not a must that it is meant for those who have failed. No, that is not true. It's meant for everyone who want to acquire a skill so that they get employed or they employ themselves. More often than not, the target is so that they get to employ themselves. It's actually for job creation.
Kikomuktochi kora somanetab muswoknotet barnotik konyor boisionik eng emotinwekab sang.
Our government is promoting Kass Maju. And these are the people, when they graduate from the technical trainings, they will be required by first world countries to also run factories and all other hands-on activities abroad. So I want to encourage them that they make sure that they perform very well and they learn their skill.
This is the direction to take at the moment. This is where youth can easily get a skill and become employable. We have a challenge of actually employment in our country, but the solution to the challenge of employment in our country is youth to get various skills. In TVET, we have various skills like plumbers, electricians, fashion design, hairdressing, a lot of them. And here, once youth get the skill, is when they can actually employ themselves. So it's a solution to a problem of employability in our country.
Kong'ete county nebo Elgeyo Marakwet, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Andrew Kimeto.
Kagomwa MCA nebo waditab Kamasian en Kelion Western County nebo Kericho Philip Rono kole kakotoigei tetutik chebo taunetab siretab kebeneti nebo open market en komosta nebo Liloch ko oret nebo kikochi boroindo chemung'arainik ak biikab emet nebo konyor kelchin kobun yaetab mung'aret. Mwoe chemung'arainik meng'ik kole wendi noto koibu walet akonapta icheket en uchumi nebo komosatak. Report ko nebo Robert Siele.
Kaituyokei chemung'arainik ak biikab emet en siretab kebeneti en Liloch en Kamasian en Kipkelion Western County nebo Kericho asikoyai tuyet notokingei maketab keyotyi siret en kebeneti asikotoret icheket en yaetab mung'aret ole kamwa MCA nebo komosatak Philip Rono kole kakotoige tetutikab kisuldae noton.
Na tumekuja na tumejionea wananchi wamekuja kwa wingi kwamba wanataka wafunguliwe soko, wamedonate shamba ya kufanyia hiyo kazi, pia wamedonate shamba ingine ile itafanyiwa mambo ya auction, soko ya kuuza na kununua ng'ombe, mbuzi na kadhalika. Iko sehemu hii ya chini. Sehemu hii itakuwa sehemu ya kuuza manguo, nyanya na ile vitu zote. Kwa hivyo sisi tumeconfirm kwamba kila Wednesday, si ndio? Si tumesema Wednesday? So kuanzia tarehe 27 ambaye ni Wednesday, tutakuja hapa na gavana wa jimbo hili la Kericho ili tuweze kufungua soko hii rasmi.
Kosubkei ak rono koyetoigei boisionik en wikit nenyone en siranoton bo Liloch, kikochin chemung'arainik kasartab arawek 3 asikeyach icheket aisurut ko oretab kikochi icheket konyor kamuget nebo yaetab mung'aret.
Na wanabiashara wale wote watakuja kuuza sehemu hii ya Kebeneti, sehemu hii ya Liloch, tutawapea miezi 3 kama county bila kuwakata mambo ya ushuru. Kwa hivyo watakuwa wanauza bure. Hakuna serikali, hakuna afisa wa county atafika hapa kuwadai ile pesa ya ushuru, sababu tunataka hii soko ikishashika chini sasa, ndio siku ile tutatuma maafisa wetu wakuje waokote ushuru, ndio tuweze kujenga kaunti yetu, si ndio?
Kosubkei ak meng'ik ak chemung'arainikab Kebeneti kondochin Japhet Ruto ak Paulina Rotich koyai konet nelel en Kebeneti ole istechin icheket banda neloo en yaetab mung'aret akoib uchumi nenywanet ak uchumi nebo komasatan.
Siketuyen en nganasani bo Kebeneti kainet kekuron Japhet Ruto, meng'indetab Liloch location, Kamasian ward. Anoib nafas ne inegen sibit amwa ale kongoi en betutab raini nekaketuye en nganasani asibi elumdaetab soko nekikobwat biik chechang ako kikobwat biikab koroni kole yomegei kelumde soko en koroni nebo tuga ak noton nebo ngoroik ak tuguk alak chemokotin en nganasani.
Amun kikeumianso chepyosok kabisa, nan kebe ak sikirok kobete boisiek chekonobwech sikirok amun kakimete en gaa. So ngunon ko kakimwa kongoi en keret nekoibwat koroni ak kobwat ng'omutik kole nyolu keyat ndonyo en Kebeneti. Ako Kebeneti ni komi borotet, tuguk chechang chekiibe ko chekokobor en komoswek alak cheyoche keboren ak echek.
Kamwa meng'ichoton kole makat en county koityi makutik tugul chebo tililindo en sironoton asikotestai boisionik en oret nekararan.
Tuko na nia nzuri ya kubadilisha uchumi wa sehemu hii. Hivyo chairman wangu amezungumza, tumekuja wengi kabisa kwa sababu ni ishara ya kuonyesha kwamba tumekubali soko na tutafanya biashara kwa njia inayostahiki, na tungependa kuomba county assembly tuweze kuomba county watusaidie tu na amenities kidogo ambayo tumesema ni moja wapo ni washrooms, tupate nafasi ya kujenga na vile vile tupate kupata shamba la kujenga soko hili tunapoendelea.
Aripotin logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten Kebeneti nemiten en Liloch en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Ak kakobarasta benkitab Cooperative melekwek chekolany en kebeberta nebo 18.1 en bogol akoi bilion 11.37 kotomo ketil aisurut en arawek somok chetai bo kenyitab 2026. Nitok ko ngekerchin ak bilion 9.3 chekinyor en kasarta neunotok en kenyit nebo 2025. Inyoru report nebo Bernard Tanui.
Kaibarasta benkitab Cooperative Bank melekwokik chik chekolany en kebeberta 18.1 akoi bilion 11.37 kotomo keisto aisurut en arawek somok chetai chebo kenyini anan quarter 1 ngekerchin ak bilion 9.63 chekinyor benkinotok en kasarta neu notok en kenyitab 2025. Iboru notok kole kolany melekwokik chekonyor benkinotok bo Cooperative kokakeisto aisurut en kebeberta 21.3 akoi bilion 8.41 kong'ete bilion 6.93 en kenyitab 2025. Nitok ko koitet nemite barak mising konyoru Cooperative Bank en arawek somok anan quarter 1 kong'ete ngotoi mung'arenyi. Kolany kora mogornotetab benkinotok en kebeberta 14.3 akoi bilion 884.6 kong'ete billion 774.1 eng arawek somok chetai chebo kenyitab 2025. Kong'ololi eng kabarastaetab walutik chotok komwa CEO nebo benkinoto bo Cooperative Dr. Gideon Murioke kole kodany melekwokik chotok kosubkei ak kakwautik chekimen chekisuldae benkinoto chekotoret eng kanabtaetab mung'aret mising ko tetutietab good to strategy ak Soaring Eagle Transformation Agenda. Ole kamwa kole tesetai kosuldae kakwautik alak benkinoto asikoyai komie eng mung'aret eng kenyit nebo 2026.
Akitestai ko kakomongei temikab kawek chebunu waditab Kamasian en Kipkelion West County nebo Kericho akoesio yautik alak tugul che tinyegei ak chemung'aranet agenge nemwaat kele moche kochutyi sekta nebo kawek en county nebo Kericho. Mondochin MCA nebo Kamasian Philip Rono komwa kabatichotok kole wendi kongemakse mung'arenywan nebo kawek angot kechomchi chemung'aranoto kotestai ak mung'arenyin. Kinyoru report nebo Robert Siele.
Kong'ololen tuyetab temikab kawek nekake en kanisetab PMCA nebo Kamasian en waditab Kamasian en Kipkelion West en county nebo Kericho, komwa MCA nebo komosaton majority leader en county assembly nebo Kericho Philip Rono kole kakotil temik kole moyoni maketab chemung'araindet agenge nemoche koyat komoswek cheolen kawek en komosaton.
Nale metinye nafas kakeng'alal ak wananchi makiyote kit nekikuren buying centers changianye ibote GPS ak iburi uone ng'oloti wananchi wamegundua kwamba wewe ni mkora. Usijaribu kukanyaga sehemu hii. Ni kama unafungua buying centers. Coffee Act of 2026 imekataza mambo ya kufungua buying centers ya mambo ya kahawa. Ya mwisho, saa hii nimetunga sheria kali sana inaitwa Cherry Movement Bill. Hakuna tena mami yetake loito kawek kong'eten eriait agenge koba olda age kometindoi permit.
Kosubkei ak MCA kobo kamanut komiten biikab emet en societies noton moyoni yautik alak tugul chetokyingei kong'em noton komakisub arorutik ng'atutik chetelelchin kawek.
Mi tuguk chemakiyoni ko ki kandoikab komasi. Akot ndaboisien brokaek kiwango gani. Kwakase kele kokakiyok rabinik kewechawech tuyoni. Amache awekyi kongoi wananchi angap katestai tuyet komie nekandan kotembeoni tongilo koboisien biik alak kele kokatestai tuyet akobek koit mwisho so amache ale akobur en cooperative society. Matotoi ku kandoindet no makwo kit neya. Amache ale kityo kamuktoindet koberurok kochop kawechon mi mbar koruryo ketestai koet cooperative societies chechok akebe tai kokiwaditab Kamasian.
En kasaratan komwa temikab kawek kobun Kamasian kondochin Hilary Yegon ak Grace Chebochok kole moyoni yautik alak tugul chetokyingei kowech boisionikwak chetiengei.
En ng'alekab kawek mami ng'alekab hockey. Katanyone anyo kotuyo ak temik ak ke kora kunito ng'alechuto bo public participation kobotot kandoikyok kobotot cooperatives tugul ak kekoshine kele bas mabakoini chito investor nekakomach kawek en beit nemaya ko kakitiar kikoin ko amune sikwendot chichi kosungukoni komosta age kule ne siling 200 komosta age kule ne 120 komosta age kule ne 80 aya ako nyokwolote komong'irto nyokwolote en sendaisiek.
Kolyan echek sikakemach kibutyen ak keibote kawekyok kou mitumba. Kwaker ane komanyolu kabisa na tunakataa hata kama society yetu ya Southset FCS tunakataa na tunailaani kabisa na kabisa. Tunataka kahawa hapa Kamasian ivume kweli kweli mpaka dakika ya mwisho.
Magora akwele kiti alak tugul on mange gola chonje makichamda kengetu nang na chepyosok en gaa makitindoi chekiriben lo ako lo konyo koribe kole mamba koni kilamit konu ne kiba kenyor boyot kole bisu en komit ako kokwayun koib rabisiek akole mi kawek imbar kongone kakemwa kongoi amu kakebitisha raini kele manyone maindiondono mae konyo.
Kamwa Franklin Mutai kole makat kechikil ak kenai chi age tugul netieme kochutyi sekta nebo kawek asimawech societies ak en let konyalil temik.
Nye kechungusan chichi ak kenai kele ne netelelen. Makikoitoi kawekyok komakingen chichi kele telelen security nebo rabinikyok chebo kawek kone. So ako kora cooperative societies chuchoket ko kokotoretech. Toretech en ng'alekab sukul, toretech en ng'alekab mionwogik ak any other emergencies chebitu ta kityo koi chito ne member ne supply ni kawek. So kimoche kabisa kemwa kele kisupporteni our cooperative societies, kimoche kotestai kobur, kimoche kotestai koechekitun asikotestai koribwech bikyok.
Aripotin logoiwekab emet chebo Kass kong'eten county nebo Kericho, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Kakonyor toretet ureriet nebo motorsport nebo kenyini kobun kampunisiek cheterter. Kanyor toretet urerionoto kikan konyor toretet nebo rabinik ketindetab karit Aman Ganatra kobun kampunisiek chebo JCB GPE, Royal Enfield Kenya ak kampunitab Cove kobun China.
My name is Aman Ganatra, 17 years old. I'm racing in the Autocross and Autocross Plus Championship. Since I was young, I always used to watch my dad race. He used to race in the Rally Race Championship. And I actually got started in small go-karts when I was Act 5. And since then, I've been booked in the mints. Yeah, so last year was one of my best seasons so far. I won in the 4-wheel drive turbo championship, Autocross. But before that, I've been to Spain and London a few times for the Swift Autocross Championship and Cross Car Championship. My best finish in the Swift Rallycross Championship was third, and I've only been to Spain once for the Cross Car Championship. That was really enjoyable. Managed to get trained by Thierry Neuville, and yeah, it was a good experience. Yeah, so this season I've decided to also compete in Autocross Plus. Last year we were focused on motocross. But yeah, following our results of last season, we're looking very confident coming into this season, and hopefully we'll come out at the best. A big thanks to Ganatra JCB, Royal Enfield, Cove, and Rodrich. They're my 4 main sponsors this season, and without them, none of this would be possible, so a big thanks to them. Hopefully compete in the WRC, come back to the good results, but this season we're looking to defend our title. My parents, they're the biggest supporters. They always come out. My dad actually races, so without him, none of this would be possible. For all the youth watching and who support me and the race against me, the future is looking good. We should be competing at a higher level now. All of us should come out, support each other, practice, get better to put each other to new limits. For my sponsors this season are Royal Enfield, Cove, JCB Ganatra, and Godrich. This season, we're looking to defend the title, get the brand out there, and hopefully come up with good results every time we go out. And yeah, we look forward to the season. Thank you so much. So the WRC is one of the toughest rallies in the whole world, and competing in that is a big achievement. Making it to the start line is also a big achievement. Forget about finishing or even winning. Doing that is very hard. So yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully competing in the WRC, and yeah, we're trying to get the best results.
Good morning. I'm Suhail Yaqub. I'm the head of sales for Ganatra. We're so glad to have been sponsors as Ganatra Plant and Equipment, 40 years, all decades. And for us, we believe in changes. We believe in good changes. We believe in support. And now that we have the motor supporting the motorsports, we're very happy to support Aman. He's an inspiration to us all, and we know it's not a mistake to back him up. We're backing him up 100%, and we want this season to be so successful. And just like our machines, JCB machines, we are reliable, we perform, we're stable, and that is what we want. And we're sure Aman will give us that. And he's done that, he's proved it at such an early age. He's actually an inspiration to so many Kenyans, especially the young ones out there. We really look forward for this season, and I think it's exciting with the way it started. I know there's rain, but we hope weather changes. They'll change a lot of things. So what I say, everybody, and go out there, be safe, and enjoy yourselves.
Choto logoiwekab emet chitab kolenjin chekaitu kobo ketesiet nebo Kass TV. Kainenyu ko Victor Korir, amagun betut nemie.
Kimitei akobo inye ako kimita sikinetkei kibaibaitkei ak kinoisechigei tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng emetab Kenya ak emotinwek chebo sang. Inyorwech eng DSTV channel 266, Zuku channel 19, GoTV channel 099, Star Times channel 164, Pang eng free to air, Bamba free to air, Azam channel 336 koboto online streaming eng www.kasstv.co.ke.
Kotitinye ng'oliot age tugul kotinygei ak tetutik chok, sirwech sirutiet en oretab email konyo info@kassfm.co.ke anan ko SMS en number 5552 anan ko 30552 ak imwawech kit nechome ak nemechome.
Kass TV, kimnotet naet.
Ane ko kainenyu ko Isaiah Kipkorosara Mutai, principal nebo Koit Mixed Day Secondary School. Ko kakibwa reu keyai BOM meeting en ireu kediscussen tuguk chebo sukul. Kakecham en makaribisho nekakinyoru en ireu tokset neo nemi barak. Kakeyai meeting en hallit. So kakyomisie kinamen chaik kakyomisie. Ako kakeboiboenchi amitwogik akebirti mandhari nebo this area. So kilenjok en Ainab Keles restaurant otestai komie. Sasa.
Bas ane ko Alexander Arap Tonu
I'm chairman nebo Koilsir Mixed Day. Moche amwa kongoi korong netai en tokset nekaotachech inab Kass kiketamanan kebwa niton ako ka betunyu netai ni. Ako moche amwochi kora kongoi biik chekopongoni the board members miu kakebwa ngeng'alalen ng'alek chekororon chebo sukulinyon. Kimwoe kongoi ko sukul en kasit ne board members ak stakeholders tugul chebo sukulinyon. So en atkai tugul kele pongezi kakibwan kaotachech komie. Sukulishek kora chemokyingei konyokoker services chekwoket ketoche kora en yuton. So mamoche amwa kora ng'alek chechang, moche awekyi kongoi the sponsors chebo sukulinoton ak chi tugul nekikoyai kasit. Mi biik chekitou sukulinoton ko kakimwochi kongoi ngamun icheket sikemi yu ko at least kiinam icheket en uyan. Ara moche kemwochi kongoi biik tugul ak community nebo Koilsir kele kongoi. Kongoi missing.
Chamgei tugul chitab Kalenjin, ane kekurenon Philemon Maina, Vice Chair nebo Board Members chebo Koilsir Mixed Day ako founder member nebo Koilsir Mixed Day kong'eten kenyitab 2019. Kakibwan raini ainab Kass kinyoketuye board members asikobit keyai strategy chebo sukul ak keng'alalen tuguk chekikeyai ak kikochigei kora komong'unet ko ki timit agenge kistiaren sukul kenyorun greater heights en ng'alekab somanet. Alen amwochini biik tugul chemi outside olon kole ndon kotinye ng'olyon nomoche ong'alalen ko ainab Kass is a place to go. Otherwise amoche awekyi kongoi chi tugul nekakomeken betuni koik successful right from the Ministry of Education and other sponsors who have also supported us and other facilitators. Otherwise, thank you.
Ane kwa Titus Kitur, board member, ko boiboenji services chekakenyoru en ainab Kass. Kongoi missing.
Ane ko Evelyn B, teacher representative and board nebo Koilsir Secondary. Amoche amwochi kongoi board members chukimi tugul en betutab raini ale kimwoe kongoi ko kikonetik en motivation ak the humble environment nekikokonech kot kesiche walutik anan results en KCSE chekororon amun tuguk tugul chekimokyinigei kenyoru en komakichiriti saidi konech tuguk tugul chekimokyinigei ko kikonetik ako lagokab sukul kora koboiboi amun nyorchingei tuguk chekateben atkai tugul. Asoe kityo ale kotoretech Jehovah asike musukulini ko greater heights. Ako kongoi kora en ainab Kass amun this is home away from home and we say God bless you all. Thank you.
Kongoi missing akotok tugul chamanik chebo Kass FM ak ainab Kass. Ane kekurenon Emily Chepkemoi, a board member and chair nebo finance en Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School. Amwoe kongoi missing amun en kabwatutioni koibwat sukul through the principal ak board members tugul chekokimi tugul kokitoboti kele kebwan ainab Kass kakekerchigei tuguk chekororon, tuguk chechang chekimotkingen. Akot nguni ngebore kitore yu kebendi sauna. So amwoini biik tugul chemiten emenyon chekose kutini, yon kenyon Kericho, ainab Kass is the best place to be. Sinyorchigei tuguk chechang, ikinetgei tuguk chechang chebo Kipsigis, chebo Kalenjin, kou ortinwek ak tuguk chechang chenyolu kekerchingei ak kenoi missing akobo misto ak ateptonyon nebo Kalenjin. Anibuch komatinye ng'al chechang missing, kongoi missing Koilsir amun okilegei missing kanyokebwone reu sikepangan ak kenai kele kitinye sukulit nekikobartech ak kokonech results chekororon. Kimwoini kongoi konetik chebo Koilsir kondochin principal nenyon ak kemwowo kelenji akotestai okilgei, kimi kibagenge tugul ko ki stakeholders ak the community ke supporten ak en kit age tugul. Anibuch komatinye ng'al missing, kongoi missing Kass FM. Thank you.
Aine kekurenon Reverend Geoffrey Nyolei. Kakimi ak timit nebo board members chebo Koilsir ak amoche amwa kongoi amun this facility ko kakeboiboenchi ko amun en boisiet nekararan ako kaketachech komie ak kakinetkei tuguk chechang. So moche amwa ale mwochi biikab Kalenjin ndo biik chemeng'ikab Kericho oli anan mi ole imi ak imoche inai missing akobo bitenyon ko itagat en ainab Keles restaurant kakeboiboikitu ak kemoe kemwa kele sikoberok Jehova akoyoiwok nemie. Kimokyini chemiach en biikab Kalenjin, kimokyini chemiach en Kass FM komugul. Kongoi missing koberok Jehova.
Kongoi missing en kainutikchuk ko Shadrack Kipkimara Mwetich, POA members Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School. Alen awekchini kongoi Jehova kora saisiechu kakondoisewech kakeyai tuyet en ainab Keles restaurant. Amwochini chi age tugul nekose tanyor ole yoen tuyet en tolosiet ko ainab Keles imoche swimmen agere mi swimming pool, tinye swimming pool ne accommodative ako tinye kora sauna kora. Amung'u ale iboiboenchini imiten yutet restaurant nitet. Alen kora ko kakebwan kora sikobit kora keker kora ak kediscussen ak keng'alal ele testoi tai sukulinyon nebo Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary kondochin Arap Mutai ak results chekokeker ak kokeboiboenchi ak ketestai keboiboenchini kora ak kemokyini lagokab Koilsir Secondary School nemie en results en tiemutik kora chebwone en kenyit nikibendi. Alen motesetai amoche awekyi kongoi Jehova ak alelen kongoi missing en ainab Keles restaurant.
Kongoi missing kainaikchuk kekurenon Stanley Arap Siele, curriculum support officer en Sikawet sub-county Kiptere zone. Moche amwochi kongoi Jehova amun timit nibo Koilsir Secondary School kondochin principal Mr. Mutai ak chairman ak board members tugul amun en kabwatani kobwat kopangan akobo bandab sukul ak kochob strategic plan nebo 2026. Moche awekyi kora kongoi icheket amun kaibwat kobwa yu asinyo koanalysen results chekobo 2025 ko ngokakoposten mean nebo 5.8 kong'eten kiyonien nekibo 2024 5.2 en 2025 konyorchigei 5.8 and it is a mixed day secondary school nemiten Sikawet sub-county. Amoche akochi congratulations icheket this team for coming this site nebo ainab Keles which is the best site in Kericho county. Nosome kora tupchosiek chekose chebo kutit ale ndoyon tindoi boisionik chomuchi omoche opangan boisionik chebo kanisa, chebo sukul ak chebo emet komiten the best place atebet nekararan nemiten Kericho reyu nekekuren ainab Keles. Ko kaboiboenchi yuto yu ak en tokset nekararan ne inegen ak amoche awekyi kongoi my sub-county director of education director Alan nekomi kobotech nekako komanda en ireyu amun kaimuch konyo ak konyo kotuiyo ak timit nebo Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School asikepangan akobo bandab tai nebo sukul. Moche amakwok chemiach 2026 ak alenchon kotoretok Jehova yokere owapeni at the best division neomuchi okanapte sukulitab Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School to greater heights. May God bless you all ak waiwong nemie en kainetab Jeiso. Kongoi missing.
Ane ko Joseph Arap Sige koyob the sponsor kaniset nebo Catholic Church. So nikata parish priest ale akora ongobiru kokwetul cheptolel akobirurech ak echek. Kongoi missing.
Bas ko en kainutik ko Ishmael Rotich and among the board members chebo Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School and en row awechi kongoi biik chekopongoni this event koak en ainab Keles cultural event en ko motinye ngal chechang missing awekchini kongoi lagokab Koilsir Primary School Secondary School en kasit nekoyoe. Kongoi missing.
Ane ko kainutik ko Paul Rotich, POM member Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School. Alen amwoe kongoi kakeityi kap ainab Keles akobo boisiet nekitinye nekakimoe kaking'olol akobo teksenyon nebo sukul ko kakeng'alal ako kakeityin en tuguk chechang ako kakitikonokei ako kakinetake amun komi kap education tugul. Kemwoe kongoi amun notet nawekyi kongoi chairman, vice chairman ak principal en boisiet amun tete boisionik tuguk chemondo. Ko notet amwoe kongoi ara motinye ng'alek chechang, kongoi missing.
Achame amwochi kongoi Jehova en kasarta nemie neuni amun komutwech kot keitu oinab Keles en betut nebo raini. Amwochini kongoi timit nekokimiten tugul nebo board nebo Koilsir Day Secondary School kondochin principal ak chairman Mr. Tonui. Amwochini kongoi oinab Keles management amun en tokset nekakotachech keker tuguk chechang chekokeboiboenchi akot en betut nebo raini. Amwochini chitugul en komosta age tugul nemi en kasarta age tugul non keitu Kericho komatiweke komeitu yutet yu amun chang tuguk chenyoru, chang tuguk chekerchinigei ak chang tuguk chemuche iyai amun kakenyoru conference hall nekararan en yu nekimuche keyaen tuiyosiek chechang. Ko akose ale totoret Jehova sukulinyonet bo Koilsir sitakoyai tuguk chechang chemiten barak. Amwochini kongoi akot kanetik chekoyai boisiet nemie en kenyit nekokwo kot konyor results chekokororon. Kisoe kora kele sikobit kotoret Jehova sukulinitet en kenyini asikonyor chekororon chesire chu kokinyoru. Namwochi kongoi oinab Keles akot yekimondoi nguni ale sikobit kobirur Jehova yetochetoi.
Ane ko kainenyu ko Isaiah Kipkorosara Mutai, principal nebo Koilsil Mixed Day Secondary School. Ko kakibwa rareu kenye keyai BOM meeting en ireu kediscussen tuguk chebo sukul. Kakecham en makaribisho nekakinyoru en ireu tokset neo nemi barak. Kakeyai meeting en hallit ako kakiomisie kinamen chaik ko kakiomisie. Ako kakeboiboenchi amitwogik kakebirti mandhari nebo this area. So kilenjok en Ainab Keles
restaurant otestai komie. Sasa.
Bas ane ko Alexander Arap Tonu, POM chairman nebo Koilsir Mixed Day. Amache amwa kongoi korong netai en tokset nekaotachech inab Kass kiketamanan kebwa niton ako ka betunyu netai ni ako moche amwochi kora kongoi biik chekopongoni the board members chemi yu kakebwa ngeng'alalen ng'alek chekororon chebo sukulinyon. Kimwoe kongoi ko sukul en kasit ne board members ak stakeholders tugul chebo sukulinyon. So en atkai tugul keleo pongezi kakibwan kaotachech komie. Sukulishek kora chemokyingei konyokoker services chekwoket ketoche kora en yuton. So mamoche amwa kora ng'alek chechang, moche awekyi kongoi the sponsors chebo sukulinoton ak chi tugul nekikoyai kasit. Mi biik chekitou sukulinoton ko kakimwochi kongoi ngamun icheket sikemi yu ko at least kiinam icheket en uyan. Ara moche kemwochi kongoi biik tugul ak community nebo Koilsir keleo kongoi. Kongoi missing.
Chamgei tugul chitab Kalenjin, ane kekurenon Philemon Maina, Vice Chair nebo board members chebo Koilsir Mixed Day ako founder member nebo Koilsir Mixed Day kong'eten kenyitab 2019. Kakibwan raini ainab Kass kinyoketuye board members asikobit keyai strategy chebo sukul ak keng'alalen tuguk chekikeyai ak kikochigei kora komong'unet ko ki timit agenge kistiaren sukul kenyorun greater heights en ng'alekab somanet. Alen amwochini biik tugul chemi outside olon kole ndon kotinye ng'olyon nomoche ong'alalen ko ainab Kass is a place to go. Otherwise amoche awekyi kongoi chi tugul nekakomeken betuni koik successful right from the Ministry of Education and other sponsors who have also supported us and other facilitators. Otherwise, thank you.
Ane ko Titus Kitur, board member, ko aboiboenji services chekakenyoru en ainab Kass. Kongoi missing.
Ane ko Evelyn B, teacher representative and board nebo Koilsir Secondary. Amache amwochi kongoi board members chukimi tugul en betutab raini ale kimwoe kongoi ko kikonetik en motivation ak the humble environment nekikokonech kot kesiche walutik anan results en KCSE chekororon amun tuguk tugul chekimokyinigei kenyoru en komakichiriti saidi konech tuguk tugul chekimokyinigei ko kikonetik ako lagokab sukul kora koboiboi amun nyorchingei tuguk chekateben atkai tugul. Asoe kityo ale kotoretech Jehovah asike musukulini kwo greater heights. Ako kongoi kora en ainab Kass amun this is home away from home and we say God bless you all. Thank you.
Kongoi missing akotok tugul chamanik chebo Kass FM ak ainab Kass. Ane kekurenon Emily Chepkemoi, a board member and chair nebo finance en Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School. Amwoe kongoi missing amun en kabwatutioni koibwat sukul through the principal ak board members tugul chekokimi tugul kokitobote kele kebwan ainab Kass kakekerchigei tuguk chekororon, tuguk chechang chekimotkingen. Akot nguni ngebore kitore yu kebendi sauna. So amwoini biik tugul chemiten emenyon chekose kutini, yon kenyon Kericho, ainab Kass is the best place to be. Sinyorchigei tuguk chechang, ikinetgei tuguk chechang chebo Kipsigis, chebo Kalenjin, kou ortinwek ak tuguk chechang chenyolu kekerchingei ak kenoi missing akobo misto ak ateptonyon nebo Kalenjin. Anibuch komatinye ng'al chechang missing, kongoi missing Koilsir amun okilegei missing kanyokebwone reu sikepangan ak kenai kele kitinye sukulit nekikobartech ak kokonech results chekororon. Kimwoini kongoi konetik chebo Koilsir, kondochin principal nenyon ak kemwowo kelenji akotestai okilgei, kimi kibagenge tugul ko ki stakeholders ak the community supporten en kit age tugul. Anibuch komatinye ng'al missing, kongoi missing Kass FM. Thank you.
Aine kekurenon Reverend Geoffrey Nyolei. Kakimi ak timit nebo board members chebo Koilsir ak amache amwa kongoi amun this facility ko kakeboiboenchi ko ngamun en boisiet nekararan ako kaketachech komie ak kakinetkei tuguk chechang. So amache amwa ale mwochi biikab Kalenjin ndo biik chemeng'ikab Kericho oli anan mi ole mi akimoche inai missing akobo bitenyon ko itagat en ainab Keles restaurant kokakeboiboikitu akemach kemwa kele sikoberok Jehova akoyoiwok nemie kimokyini chemiachen biikab Kalenjin kimokyini chemiachen Kass FM komugul kongoi missing koberok Jehova.
Kongoi missing en kainutikchuk ko Shadrack Kipkimara Mwetich, POA members Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School. Alen awekchini kongoi Jehova kora saisiechu kakondoisewech kakeyai tuyet en ainab Keles restaurant. Amwachini chi age tugul nekose tanyor ole yoen tuyet en tolosiet ko ainab Keles imoche swimmen agere mi swimming pool, tinye swimming pool ne accommodative ako tinye kora sauna kora amungu ale iboiboenchini imiten yutet restaurant nitet. Alen kora ko en kakebwan kora sikobit kora keker kora ak kediscussen ak keng'alal ele testoi tai sukulinyon nebo Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary kondochin Arap Mutai ak results chekokeker ak kokeboiboenchi ak ketestai keboiboenchini kora ak kemokyini lagokab Koilsir Secondary School nemie en results en tiemutik kora chebwone en kenyit nikibendi. Alen en motesetai amoche awekyi kongoi Jehova ak alelen kongoi missing en ainab Keles restaurant.
Kongoi missing kainaikyuk kekurenon Stanley Arap Shile, curriculum support officer en Sikawet sub-county Kiptere zone. Moche amwochi kongoi Jehova amun in timit nibo Koilsir Secondary School kondochin principal Mr. Mutai ak chairman ak board members tugul amun en kabwatet nekobwat kopangan akobo bandab sukul ak kochob strategic plan nebo 2026. Moche awekyi kora kongoi icheket amun in kaibwat kobwa yu asinyo koanalysen results chekobo 2025 ko ngokakoposten mean nebo 5.8 kong'eten kiyonien nekibo 2024 5.2 en 2025 konyorchigei 5.8 and it is a mixed day secondary school nemiten Sikawet sub-county. Amoche akochi congratulation icheket this team for coming this site nebo ainab Keles which is the best site in Kericho County. Nosome kora tupchosiek chekose chebo kutit ale ndoyon tindoi boisionik chomuchi omoche opangan boisionik chebo kanisa chebo sukul ak chebo emet komiten the best place atebet nekararan nemiten Kericho reyu nekekuren ainab Keles ko in kaboiboenchi yuto yu ak en tokset nekararan ne inegen ak amoche awekyi kongoi my sub county director of education director Alan nekomi kobotech nekako komanda en reyu amun kaimuch konyo ak konyo kotuiyo ak timit nebo Koilsir Mixed Day Secondary School asikepangan akobo bandab tai nebo
Omera Okebe, Professor. As you know, I'm the benchmark of agriculture in East and Central Africa.
Nikusaidiaje?
Uko na dawa ya baridi?
Iko.
Mea.
Ami.
Na uko na dawa ya fungo? Meda.
Mwedia. Nipatie mistress. Hii baridi na waru.
My friend, why are you joking with agriculture? Iko wapi ya fungo? Na ya kuponya? Ya kuzuia? Okebe.
Professor.
Mistress ni dawa ya kipekee yenye uwezo wa kuzuia na kuponya magonjwa ya baridi kwenye nyanya na viazi. Mistress 72WP, pata mazao tele, a product of Osho Chemical Industries Limited.
Ronanga wale vijana wa village wenye waleta kusoma wako tu yani. Sasa amejengea singira pale. Sio singira kindanguri kisamiseni yani magimwete. Yani chagi mwa kutoka ndasi sta kola. Kubira taka kitu. So mimi nika select. So nilikuwa na acting na hizo kwa nikiwa na senge. Ukienda vitu zake za kitambo nilikuwa na vibe.
Oh, kio acting ni kitambo.
So siku moja nikaamua kupiga story nayo. Nikiwa nimevaa hivi. Kashika. Since then sasa kiwe costume tu uniform.
So mimi mutaginye.
Akonda mtajabi set tu. Aone kabisa. Ya. Nisikupate tu. Ya.
Mbona?
Hii ndo kazi ofisi.
Ana kaiti tu nini? Chutu koristo.
Unajua ngimwet nguna. Ira hata koti yangu hata ina lining. Yaani
ngo see through.
See through ni. Nude.
So Kim Koima.
Yes bwana.
So hiyo kaina ikukiata? Koima.
Koima kwa nene ba yin agui. It's a clan name. Tap Koima. So mimi kwa ID ni Owen Kimurgor. So hiyo
Kimurgor serikali ko Owen
Kimurgor.
So
hiyo Kimurgor nimekakata ikakuwa Kim Koima.
Kim Koima nebo agui.
Yes. Jina nyumbani ama kuwakilisha tu yani.
So unajua watu wanaonaga tu kule hiyo ni throat. Sometimes unang'ara.
Si kila siku. Kwanza Januari sasa na save ya sabuni. Magi unaweka la sababu. Mwanaume unaweka kwa nini?
Mwanaume ni jasho.
Jasho. Ni nguta kabisa ipundu. Bas. Kwa hivyo wanaje kondo, wengine chama je kondo kitane. Nguta.
Wewe. Pesa inapenda.
Usitara. Iko sasa hivi ngata. Chesa bwana.
Nguma tinya yikinda pesa ba.
Mimi yoroni. Mimi waza. Treasury.
So ebu kuna ni intro na mna mpaka kawaida. Jamii moitano like sijui kwa juice kume sijui silibare ground ako mbona inakuwa silibare na mbona imejuice kume ni nini?
We. Kokwet Wasingishu County. Kim Koima juice commendation. The ground is hostile. Karo irani mreju. Kokwet. Kule Kokwet DF supporting talent, nurturing talent. Leo kawage tu irani. Kale uweze kuja Wasingisho bila kunipea tax. Kenora mreju. Subscribe, finya. Keep watching. Soon. Takabuana cha.
Silibare ground.
Silibare. Fa kambut ama utembee mkutupu shauri.
So tunaonaga content tofauti kule po in kama Korea basuma ole fix ni. Kone ngung is bordering that is fix ni here exactly.
Ma fix ni. Ala more stories. So more stories about society. A lot of things are happening. Ite mambo ya marriage, mambo ya drugs, mambo ya governance, mambo ya society tu. Shule, education, kila kitu.
Anything that
so achame so mwagityo. Yani
so hii narrate ni story na Yuma.
Yes. Na Yuma kidogo. Alafu mtu ana watch anakuwa pia educated, amecheka kidogo,
anakicheka pia.
Pata information.
So Kim Koima gouni lakini kimache kigere nyine Kimurgor mwenyewe. Owen sasa. Owen mwenyewe sasa.
Sawa.
So Kim korango bunu no?
Abunu Nandi.
Nandi County.
Nandi County.
Ole isikine? Which side nebo Nandi?
Nimelelewa Nandi kabisa. Tindiret. Karibu ure Cheptabach.
Ara Cheptabach kwa Wasingishu.
Bana. Cheptabach ni Nandi huko. Karibu Cheptabach sasa ni Nandi constituency, kuna Tindiret constituency, kuna sijui Samoe, yani ni kubwa. So mimi nimelelewa kabisa Cheptabach sasa.
Cheptabach Nandi sub county.
That is Nandi sasa.
Okay.
Ni border Nandi sa Tindiret.
Kaibu ni kabisa ngwenye li?
Kwa miwa.
Kikole miwa ile.
Huko nimelelewa kabisa.
So sai email ro ni asol.
Ami ko cha jenges ko jita maboss ya bajito.
Now amaja nyager Owen sai. So imuji change ni?
Haraka. Hapa.
Silibare ground.
Haraka.
Change sai. Wewe amaje ko nyaing sasa kwenye ina